Meanwhile...
It has been a little while since that episode aired. She's probably had her last birthday where the... Oh, that's right. Every chapter will have a little intermission where they showcase a plot point for later.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he's gonna be selling some bargains at the bargain mart.
He makes me laugh so.
Okay, man, please shush.
But, indeed. Anyway, welcome to Grandma's house.
It's just as I remembered it.
Hey, turn it off,
with the underwater fire that we don't question.
Hey, if we're underwater, how can we... I'm scared.
Look at that chair.
Honestly, if I just showed up and there's an unattended fire in the fireplace... Oh, there she is.
Hey, Grandma.
Hi,
How'd you
Grandma.
going?
It's me, your most favorite grandson.
Oh, Patrick, is that you? What a pleasant surprise.
I will also say, real quick, I also am happy that they brought back her voice actress as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it actually. I don't think it was that long since that episode aired, so I guess she was just in the right condition to reprise her role. And yeah, no, unfortunately, it's come to a point now where the dementia's starting to kick in. So now she thinks we're Patrick.
He's got the olds.
Favorite urchin.
The olds.
Urchin chip
not
pie.
the olds.
I mean, granted, it's not going to mean too much in the long run, because at least we're on the right page though, because she's in the mood to make some pie.
Oh, don't bother, dear. I'll just feed them to the
Okay, but we need to get urchin chips, or... Oh,
No.
Nope.
Really, it's no trouble, Grandma.
goodness, you alright, dude?
Well, she was gonna feed the pie to the sequels, and we kind of need that pie.
Give us to the pie. So we're gonna get... So we get her urchin chips, she'll get us the pie.
Yeah, because she needs the chips for the pie.
She's trying to make urchin chip pie, but we got no urchin chips, so it gives us an incentive to head on over to Bargain Mark.
Why?
turned into a
Yeah, everyone's favorite pirate chest themed supermarket.
But I'll come back to see
Aye.
you soon.
Probably the only pirate chest themed supermarket that I'm aware of.
So,
Nothing
I will say,
satisfying like an underwater
so I will say, Sealy, have you ever have you played any of these recent, or not recent? Have you ever played any of the older like point-and-click adventure games? Things like Putt Putt or Pajama Sam.
What?
Or Freddy
Hold
that
the
Fazbear.
guy-
phone.
Yeah, that looks like Mr. Krabs' outfit.
Hi there. I don't mean to be nosy, but your clothes seem a little big for you.
Yeah, I know. I gotta have them altered. I just bought them.
Bought them.
From
They
who?
look sort of familiar.
Dare I ask?
Crabs. He let me have them for a steal.
Oh
These
no.
are
no.
all
Oh, no.
kinds of stuff.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
God, no!
You're wearing Mr. Krabs' clothes. What is he wearing?
You don't want to know.
Oh no!
Anyways, I gotta go. Bye.
Here's a hint. They didn't exactly swap for his clothes.
Here's another hit. You've likely seen this scenario before in an episode featuring Plankton.
Oh,
no,
God.
please. He's like, do not enter here.
Enter at your own risk, mortal. Have a nice shopping experience.
While you do that, I'm going to the bathroom. Bye.
Oh my God,
Okay.
Sealy, look, it's a dorkfish.
You caught me on a corn dog.
90% natural jelly myself.
Either that or a shork.
It's a shark.
I was a wimp.
Logan, did you get that from AFB?
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Oh, yeah. He's a shark and a dork. He's a shark. Bumps into the pillar.
We sure do. Yep.
So, yeah, time to buy us some Hershey chips.
Really, a
What
lot?
kind of economy are these urchin
What
chips?
a guess. Oh,
A
wait,
lot?
No urchin chips for you.
You don't patronize me.
Yeah, let's make a deal, Mr. Intern.
Let's make a gentlemanly bargain.
If you wash my boat for me, I'll pay for your urchin chips.
What?
Well, I guess that sounds fair.
Yes, by the way, we're talking about the boat that we just passed by on the way here.
The one that looks like it has at least 3 coats of grime on it.
I was gonna say, I looked at that. I thought, I honestly thought it was just a random algae rock.
Nope.
There it is.
Son of a gun.
And
That is a boat.
we don't have any hoses, so we're gonna settle with the next best thing. Ourselves.
I mean, he himself is a sponge, so...
Is he gonna? You know what? There's a lot. The sound effects and this whole thing and the way and how he's looking behind him, like, oh boy,
Yeah, to be fair, this isn't really new for SpongeBob. I mean, he usually cleans the house with himself. Like you remember procrastination.
He just
Now
turns
he's
around.
gonna need to consider a bath before he heads down to Neptune's paradise.
I genuinely thought he was gonna turn around. His whole back would just be solid black.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bargain Mart.
Oh, thank you. I just got back.
She's all sparkly and
Oh,
actually,
welcome
I
back, Liz.
You're okay.
Actually, you know what? I just realized he mispronounces the place's name. He calls it the Borgin Mart.
Hi.
Welcome to the Bargain Mart.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
bargain.
supposed to be Bargain Mart.
Okay, while we're talking to him, back to you, Seely. What was your?
Yeah, it's a hoot.
Did you have any experiences with older point-and-click adventure games, if at all?
Really?
I can't think of them off the top of my head, but if you give me a little bit, maybe they'll come to mind.
Well,
Sure
I mean,
thing.
Well, I was about to say, I guess if you want to be technical, doesn't Read a Rabbit technically count?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I
thought it was more of
I
a.
know the older.
I thought it was more of a keyboard-based game.
Well, there's Edge. Okay, well, yeah, the second one was, but I know the other ones and like the Leapster ones, Learning Company, like Clue Finders, I guess. Is a point-and-click
I-
game.
Hello,
never played
Mr.
Clue
Krabs.
Oh gosh.
You're missing out on Clue Finders.
Strategically placed seaweed in a cans.
All right, Krabs.
Hello there, me boy.
Okay.
He seems to be enjoying himself.
I honestly would have loved if you. I honestly would have loved, James, if you somehow managed. How to put it, I would have honestly loved if you somehow narrowly like dodged the one question everyone had and just kept talking as if nothing was wrong about this situation.
So yeah, he's blinded by the simple concept of greed to care that he's literally pantsless.
Yeah, moonlighting.
What's that?
I'm trying to make a few dollars selling some old junk.
Isn't that
Now, why
against
don't
the
you on your
law,
way to
though?
Neptune's paradise?
Probably.
Yeah, you need a license.
Well, it's Mr. Krabs.
Because you don't see people going into freaking, I don't know, Walmart and do this kind of shit.
To be fair, we're talking about the same guy that was perfectly willing to go grave robbing just so he can sell a hat.
And
Do I really want to defile this grave for money?
Of course I do.
no, that's my MO.
Of course I am!
Of course I
Well, I'm the one scaring your business, Mr. Krabs. Bye.
am. Okay, everybody. All right.
So who's on the roof of Kelpo?
Kelpo. It does a sponge
Okay,
good.
SpongeBob, stop staring at me.
Kelpo. It does a sponge
They all
Please
say the
leave,
same thing,
SpongeBob.
so there you go.
Oh, by the way, look at one of the things that Mr. Krabs is technically selling.
Yeah.
Mr. Krabs, can I borrow this old cooking oil?
Take it. Pearl
Huh,
convinced me
thank
to
goodness
switch to
for employee
some
discount.
low-fat oil type substance. You spray it on. Who would have thought?
Oh, Pam. I'll take that.
Aye.
Who's Pam?
While we're here, there's the urchin chips, but let's see what else they have in stock.
Yeah, I like Kelpo better.
Yeah, they have a whole stock.
A jellyfish. He looks so happy. Hello, little jellyfish friend.
He should be
Just get
destroyed
hacked.
soon.
Skunky worms. I don't even want to know.
My ear!
Seaweed bars. Those have a lot of calories.
Shush. That's a choice. It's a lifestyle.
Oh wow, that sound effect was familiar.
Seahorsey.
Yeah.
Buttered barnacles. I like them with a little syrup.
Has anyone ever
By
tried to
little,
butter a
I
barnacle?
mean a lot.
I don't know.
Sure, but you won't be seeing that on History
Oh,
Channel.
fist paste everywhere.
Ah, fish paste.
Volcano sauce.
Oh, boy.
I'm starting to sweat just thinking
By
about
the
it.
powers of naughty
Yeah,
fish.
that was it.
Ooh, heals 5 to 10 hit points. I wish they made a blue potion of social acceptance to go with it.
Oh.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Dial up the sasso-meter on this episode of SpongeBob.
This is so funny.
I
I'm
love
just-
that. Low fat, what's the point?
I will admit, I genuinely thought the other thing I was gonna say is that, yeah, I'll be honest and outright say, I decided one time tried Cheez-Its, like the low-fat, like, light version of Cheez-Its, and it's like, they forgot to mention that it's also low in flavor.
Yeah, and you know what? Something I learned from Tara, technically the fat in the food is actually, like, by itself is actually good for you.
Wait, what's good for you?
Hey.
Can the fat
The
in
fat
the
and
food.
Cheez-Its.
Oh,
Yeah,
Or
it's all
some
just like, the whole marketing wouldn't make it seem like otherwise, but in reality, that stuff by itself is perfectly harmless.
Alright, I'm
Yeah.
stealing your pie, Grandma.
It's everything else surrounding it that's bad for you.
Right, okay, I'm
Thank
stealing
you,
your pie,
Grandma.
Grandma. Hi, you're welcome, Pearl.
I I gotta get going, Grandma.
Who's-
I'll come back to see you
You
soon.
know, never mind.
Okay.
But yeah, unfortunately, that's the last time we'll be seeing Grandma for a while, unless you're reading the comics or maybe the later episode of the
But
cartoon.
that was it. That was it. That's the entirety of her exposure in this game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
not just that. We're also about to wrap up Larry for the rest of the game too.
That
Okay.
too.
Oh, you're
Because
right.
we're about to make him a glutton.
I mean, I figured that's how this works. Like, the idea is that we're moving around this whole place, so, you know, this is just the first chapter, so we'll go somewhere else next and whatnot.
Hi.
I can't eat that. I'm not allowed. My trainer would get mad.
Yes, but what your trainer doesn't know, and/or after I conk him
What
on the
doesn't-
head with this extra
What your
dark
trainer doesn't know
barbell.
can't hurt.
I'm on a diet,
Wait,
I
never
can't
mind.
eat
Wait.
that. Okay, let me have it.
And he had it.
No,
Nom,
Just
nom, 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 nom.
That
wolfed
crunchy.
down the whole thing.
Like pan and all. Good
What
God.
you done to me? I've got love handles.
Devil damn, how do you get through that quickly?
Cartoon logic.
Where? I don't see any. Well,
I ruined a lifestyle.
what we can't see won't hurt him.
Honestly, when he said love handles, I thought it was a pun. Get it? Love handles.
Eh.
I think I see where you're coming from.
love handles.
Ah.
Good evening, madam. Good evening. Later. Ta-ta. Anyway, here's your cooking oil, good sir.
God, Guybrush Threepwood stole from them.
What? Excuse- what?
I think Curse of Monkey Island came out before this, because that was like
Really?
late '90s, wasn't it?
Wait, really?
That was like mid to late 90s, yeah.
Oh, jeez, for some reason... You know what? Yeah, okay. Then this stole from Guybrush Threepwood.
Yeah, not surprising.
I mean, point and click. I figure why not. And besides, this is like no big sort of console game SpongeBob experience. Like, what's funny is I think this, like, the around the same year, I think the game that corresponded with this was Revenge of the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, and
Speaking of which, we're about to dig up his buried treasure.
What's
Yep.
the purpose of the sunblock, then?
we're gonna give that to the lady with the umbrella.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
right.
actually something I decided to do ahead of time, just because get as much done in with as few trips as possible.
Okay.
Also, speaking of few trips as possible, just as a bit of a key for people, it's always gonna be the one that's next to the ship.
Yes.
Okay.
But SpongeBob don't quite know that.
Yeah, he's got a mind of his own.
There. I'm sure Flying Dutchman won't mind none.
I think that's being a bit generous.
Any who's
We don't need your sass, Squidward.
That's right. I was talking about this thing earlier. That's right. That like, so apparently there's a Wikipedia, or a wiki kind of article, James, called SpongeBob. That
SpongeBob.
it basically it's dedicated to like tracking like quote unquote infamous episodes of SpongeBob.
Uh-huh.
So like. For instance, I'm with Stupid is on that wiki. He's like marked as like, oh my gosh, this episode was so mean to SpongeBob, quote unquote, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I think that was like the literal catalyst of the whole Patrick's a prick trope.
Yeah.
Then they also they do also measure other ones, like for instance.
Actually, speaking of Patrick, let's go give him those bus tokens we got from that treasure chest.
There they be.
Thanks, SpongeBob.
But yeah, another one like James would be like, oh, that's
there
what
he
it
is.
was.
Whoa, boy, I knew I shouldn't have eaten those burritos for breakfast.
Good evening, fellow ne'er-do-well.
Hello.
How goes
Marty.
it, good sir?
Hi, kid.
Hi, kid. Oh, jeez.
Hi, kid.
Don't need to be so mean about it.
It's getting washed. I'll get it when or if we ever leave.
I'm very bad at my job if it wasn't clearly obvious by our dialogue.
And the wages. Oh, jeez.
Jeez. But yes, no, another episode they actually but they're also they try to measure out a lot. They try to measure out the balance of an episode. So like for instance, James, even jellyfishing would be on that wiki somewhere because they think it was kind of almost over the top torturous to Squidward throughout all that happened to him.
Well, obviously, I mean, the dude had his head impaled.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I'm not gonna give too much crap to that, considering the fact that Patrick meant well. He
Yeah.
just pushed too hard.
Yeah,
And
and
then-
plus it was early enough to where I don't think it would be that big of a stink.
And then yes, the whole thing started because I was curious about like, okay, what was the Squid Baby episode? And apparently it's like one of the worst episodes ever.
I think I know what you're talking about. That's the one where Squidward got bonked on the head, and that basically made his brain scramble to make him think he was a baby.
Yes.
That one's new to me.
It's not worth your trouble to even look up. Trust
It's
me.
not.
I'll take your word for it. Anyway, this lady here has a perfectly convenient umbrella for our little trip to Neptune's Paradise. Because yeah, the bus driver won't let us leave without something to protect us from the incoming weather.
Why is he pulling a Mido on us now?
Wait, what? Oh, okay, it took me a second to understand what you meant by Mido. Did you get what he meant by that, Seely?
Mido.
Yes.
Thank you.
Man, you must be really conked out if not even an Ocarina of Time reference will get you back to speed.
Oh,
You're not even coming in prepared with an umbrella yet.
Actually, I wanted to borrow your umbrella.
Umbrella.
I mean, honestly, the bus driver in this game may as well be a fucking asshat, just like Mido.
well, that's what it
Yeah.
seemed like when it's like, oh, sorry, you're not allowed anywhere near here unless you have these particular things that a bus driver would never question. But there, regardless, we have the sunscreen, we have the umbrella. I think we're okay to go to the theme park now.
Yeah.
Technically, it's a parasol, but I don't think the game will care.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Well, clearly SpongeBob does.
Here's your umbrella.
Hello, Mr. Bus Driver, sir. Can we leave?
Patrick, what the hell? Was that you?
Smell the
Yes.
coming storm? I don't know if it's safe. Besides, that's a parasol.
Oh, please.
I mean, does it really matter?
I just gotta get to the park. I just gotta.
I mean, one's for protecting you from the sun, the other's from protecting you from the rain, so they're probably built differently to fit the situation.
And with that, we can take the bus.
I have a
Yep, we now are at the end of Chapter 1, folks. Buckle up.
So, what's the plan? We get on the bus and then...
We get on the bus.
We get on the bus, and the bus goes round and round.
Round and round.
Round and round.
Oh, jeez.
And then we go fall
He
flat.
actually said it. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my.
Oh wait,
you alright, Pep?
I think he sat on someone.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
Plankton.
on Plankton.
Ugh. Oh, he has a
There you go.
little hat and a headphone.
Ah.
Yeah, he's on a trip too.
Yeah.
And of course, some old habits die hard.
Flip it.
They do recycle some voice clips from the last game for these cutscenes.
So, what
Oh,
you
wait.
doing today? Oh. What's the purpose of this gag? So he's just because he's joining?
He will be a character that you meet later in Chapter 2. I'll spoil that much.
You don't need to.
So
Ouch.
now, for some reason, SpongeBob wants to act like an annoying prick.
Why?
Why?
Stand still on the boat.
Just to buy the time, I guess.
And to tick off Plankton, I guess.
Oh boy.
Here in your seat and stop making
Could
so
you
much
please?
noise.
Oh, Patrick.
Patrick is conked out, falls asleep. The ants!
The ant.
Dude, the bus.
Tough guy.
Uh,
Finally. Looks like
Oops.
rain.
We have our umbrella, though, right?
Barely see where I'm going.
oh boy. Yeah, apparently the rain was so thick he couldn't see the road properly.
Even worse.
Why is this suddenly escalated very quickly? The teeth and the... Oh, hey.
I wonder where that gorge is gonna take us.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
of course. Where else but rock bottom?
Thank
Ugh.
goodness. Are you okay, mister?
Stay here until the storm blows over.
Patrick, that's not...
Patrick, this doesn't look like Neptune's paradise.
It never was.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Now they're stuck down here.
And yeah, I'm sure this looks familiar, and as you can imagine, we're about to enter into some really crazy, weird territory.
Yeah.
Though, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, unlike the episode that this chapter is based on, we don't have to worry about changing up our accent.
Okay, good.
Good.
This,
On that note, we'll see you all for rock bottom.
stay tuned.
Oh, but I will.
Good. Bye.
Never mind.